Hey there guys, how you doing? Now I'm just popping up a stream on this game that was released last month by the PlayStation Plus. It's called Detroit Becomes Human. Now, if you're a big trophy hunter, this game is a bit of a pain. And thank goodness that this game is not like the old Assassin's Creed where you had to get 100% on the whole game to get the final trophy, to get the platinum. You don't need to do that. If you had to do that in this game, you'd probably have to go through the game about 30 times, I think. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. But anyway, this game here has got quite a few chapters. And to get 100% on each chapter, you'd have to do quite a lot of run-throughs. The game can go backwards and forwards. You can jump through chapter to chapter. Like, I've finished the game and I got the platinum, and there at the end, this is a bit confusing. You hit R1, you go through the last chapter of the game on different people. There's my phone just going off. And the trophies that you get going through the game, I would say the hardest ones is the one that Connor, it's called I'll Be Back. You can die 10 times in the game, and if you go through a sequence and you follow the ones on PS4 trophies, Brian's a cracking video guy. He'll show you perfectly. By the time you hit the eighth death, the trophy will pop. That's another one. You've got to get 46 magazines, you've got to read them, but they're not in sequence. If you go through different games, you get different endings in the chapters. And if you don't go the proper road, you've got to go back to a chapter or two before there and take a different route to read a different magazine. Like, there's that one there in the painter. That one there is the only one for this chapter. No matter how you go through the game, that two there, read The Life of Titan, read North Pole. But the game is, if you're a trophy hunter, it's an absolute pain. If you like this chapter kind of game, it really is a game where you can do the game and go back and do a completely different route and do the game again. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to flick through the first chapter, The Hostage. And the idea of the game is that Connor's got to save the little girl that's been held by the android precariously from the top of a building. So here we go. This is the very first guy showing his skills with a coin. Wonder if any human could do that one anyway. And first of all, when you come in,
Negotiator on site.
as soon as you get to the back of them there, you walk forward. And there, on the right hand side, it tells you to push forward the right joystick. And he's picking up information here. There's the father, the mother and the daughter. And over here there's a little fish line on here. It's a dwarf gourami, but it's not very dwarf. I used to, let's save the fish. I used to keep fish. And a dwarf gourami was never as big as that. 2.25 inches big, I think. Now, when you're playing the game, press the options button, flick along on the left joystick to flowchart. Yeah. It won't be saved. I've already got 100% at the top of this. So it shows you what to do. If you go back through, to get 100% on that, you've got to go back, start the game again, and come out and leave the fish. And that, you know, it's a little bit confusing. And that, if you walk past the fish, you'll have a red padlock on there. And you'll wonder what the hell it is, and you'll go back. So let's carry on.
Please, please, you gotta save my little
Mother's
girl.
absolutely terrified. What a shame.
Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a
But
real person?
it is a good game. I really do like it. I was playing this for hours. I'm not really a game person. Time trial games and stuff, I'm just not really interested.
My men are ready to step in. Just give
Now if you press R2, it'll tell you where to go. There's the yellow icon. You've got, that's Captain Allen there. If you go straight in, you have to wait a few seconds until he comes off the phone. There we go.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor.
Now,
I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
I've got a PS4, so it's the cross button.
It's firing at everything that moves.
I don't know what it is on
I already shot down 2 of my men.
Xbox.
We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Now,
Do you know its name?
you get different options to go through.
Got a clue?
Tells you what to
Does it
do.
matter?
I need information to
But there's so
determine
many
its
different
location.
endings in this hostage.
Do you
I'll
know
ask
if it's
it for
been
the
behaving
behaviour.
strangely before this?
So many different endings. It's
Saving that kid is all that matters.
if you
So
go
I
for
think we'll deal with this
100%,
fucking
it can
android
take
now.
forever.
Or I'll take care of it.
Thank goodness it's not like Assassin's Creed. But anyway, let's look at the main things. Now there's a yellow icon for the case for the gun. And that's basically what you do. But not all story related. Hold R2, flick over to there and collect the data. You keep holding R2, it'll show you a line where to go. There we go, you see that? Hold it there and press square to reconstruct the crime. Right, now hold R2, go right along to the yellow bit, and then hold the triangle. Events analyze 1 of 1. So press the circle exit that to come out, and it shows you exactly what you've done. He's taking the gun from the cabinet. Now hold R2 again. Now there's quite a few things to investigate. Let's go over here. This is the girl's bedroom. As you come in here, press R2 in there. It's picking up evidence, exactly what to do and where to go. You see. Now, press option, pop into the flowchart, and this is the different things. I've did them all, so they've all come up. These would all be red padlocks, and it shows you exactly what you've got to do when you go in. Investigate the gun case. Now, there's another one over here. This is important if you want to get the evidence to this. Find out what's going wrong. This is the hostage, the little girl, and the android's freaked out for some reason. Connor here's taking all this data in. So he's realised who the guy is, the crazy android. Now, there's more yellow stuff over here. Oops. Now have a wee look in here. There's nothing in here, but it's got a yellow tag on it. It'll be one of these things to look in the bathroom. Now let's walk over to this guy just lying on the floor. He's a dead cop. You'll see the padlock unlocking when there's something of importance. Now, analyse. There's a dead cop here. Hold R2, point up to the first clue. There we go. Bullets pierced him. Deceased. Estimated time of death, etc. And down onto the hand for the final piece of evidence. Press the square and it'll reconstruct. Now flick your right joystick round until you see the triangle. You'll be doing this a lot in the game. Press R2 to go to the next yellow bit. There's another reconstruct it. Now L2, go back to the beginning and flick round, and there's a red gun. You need to do this. There we go, three events analysed. You press the circle and come out of there. He's figured out exactly what happened. Cop got shot and they're on the ground below there. See that? There's a gun. Now it gives you different multiple options all the way through the game and in each chapter. I'm going to take it. Now I think that there's about 6. Now there's a magazine there. In the first chapter when you come in here and do this, you just look at this. If you hit R1, you change your camera angle. And come over here and unmute. Listen to the television. TV cameras are above there. So we'll just mute that, we've listened to it. Come along here. Pot's boiling. Family was just about to have dinner. Right, so let's go back over here and we'll analyse the last of the... You're starting to freak out a bit out over here. And we'll walk over. This is a very important part. This is the father where he's been murdered. Let's analyse the body. Right, hold R2 and triangulate up to the estimated time of death roughly. Yeah, there we go. Upper lung hemorrhage. Whatever that was. Some medical name. Fatal abdominal trauma. Kidney. Yeah, there we go. Internal bleeding, lower lung. So hit the square. Okay, and there's the along to the yellow bit again. Like I said, you'll be doing this a lot in the game. Some of it's a little bit confusing. Have to go back. Let's have a look. Just anywhere at all in the yellow bit. There's there. See the green triangle and hold the triangle down. Now that's there. See that in the background? There's an iPad on the floor. Pick that up and you'll get the final bit of evidence why the android's going a bit loopy. Yeah. He realised he was getting replaced. Now there's quite a few things in this game as you come along. Like there's a big statue of Buddha. Sometimes when you go to the story chart, when you press L1 to look at something, it'll pop up here as an event. But not that thing. Now, like I said, if you go back in there, you take the cop's gun that was under the table, there'll be a red padlock underneath that saying, you won't know what that is. If you leave the gun, it'll unlock. Now the next thing we've got to do here is to go outside. But the top one there is an event, black triangle. Wasted too much time. Just stay in this room a little bit too long. Just hang about in here for a little while. And eventually, check your options, go to your flowchart, and it will tell you eventually if you've got that unlocked. Okay. Now we're going to go... Oops, I daisy, sorry. There's one more little bit of evidence. Pick this up. step over here, and there's one on at our feet, so we're going to analyse this. Connor analyses things by picking it up with his finger and putting it in his mouth. There's a couple of little classic things later on in the game when Clancy Brown, who plays Hank, picks him up on his disgusting habits. Right, there's another thing up here. Let's look outside. We're just having a little peek, and there's Adam, I think. Was it Adam? No. Daniel. Now, let's have a wee look at the flowchart before we go outside, because you can't come back in once you're there. Now, I've not wasted too much time. I'll just tell you what to do. Hang about in here and that'll pop up. Now, I'm going to go outside. As soon as he goes outside, he gets shot.
Stay back!
And you see his
Don't come any
helium
closer or I'll jump!
splattered all over the wall. That's called blue blood. Here's all the snipers coming now.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor.
Now this is where
I know a lot
it
of
can
things
get
about
really
you.
confusing, and I think
I'm
it's a
trying to
little
get
bit
you out
too
of
much
this.
for our first chapter. And I'll show you this. I'll show you exactly what I mean. As you're walking forward, it tells you what you've got to do. Gain the hostage trust. Now there's different outcomes on
I
this.
want you to let Emma go. She's just a little
Release
girl.
the
She
hostage.
has nothing to do with this.
No way! You'll shoot me the second she's free! But I'm not that
Great how
stupid!
he comes in and moves the
No,
furniture about the
I'm not
place.
that stupid!
Now if you look down to the left, there's a... Now I'm going to lie,
No, I don't have a gun.
but I
You're
do.
lying! I know you have a gun!
Now, like
I'm
I said, you
telling
could leave the
truth,
gun.
Daniel. I came here unarmed.
What I'm going to do here is walk towards that cop and examine him. Guys,
He's losing
believe me,
blood. If we
something
don't get
really
him to a
bad.
hospital, he's going to die.
All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now?
I'm going to apply a tourniquet.
Don't touch him! Touch him and
Again,
I'll
there's
kill
different options. I'm going to ignore him.
You can't kill me. I'm not alive.
Now, let's get back up here.
You're defective, Daniel.
Different answers give you
problem with your
different outcomes at the end, and I'll show you exactly what that means. Flicking along, once you go outside, save the wounded cop or leave him. I've done both. Lie about the gun or be honest. And there's something going to come up shortly where you fail to negotiate, friendly or cold approach. And the most important part is coming up here. These all decide the different endings, and there's 6 of them. And to go through and get 100% on here, in the first chapter really is a bit much, I thought. Now, there is the trophy, I'll be back. I think that's one of the hardest trophies, or the pain in the backside trophy, where Connor's got to die 10 times. But you'll get the trophy after 8. Make sure Connor gets killed in this first chapter, and then continue on the game. Every time Connor gets a chance where he gets bumped off or dies, you've got to take it. And at the end of the Night of Souls, Hank shoots himself, and then that trophy will pop. But there are all the different options that you can do. So let's get back to this
I'm going
game.
to fix you, and everything will be okay.
I'll
I
just
don't need to be fixed!
quietly go
I'm
through this
working
game,
perfectly,
play it
but my eyes
right
are
to the end of
open
the
now.
chapter, and
I will never let anyone humiliate me again,
I hope that
ever!
the route that I take will help anybody that's... Let's say
I know
Emma,
you and
yeah.
Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's
because
done
you saw that
nothing wrong.
video
She lied to
of them
me.
on the iPad.
I thought she loved me.
Daniel was
But I was
her
wrong.
bestie.
She's just like all the other humans.
Daniel, no!
Now, possible
They were
cause, he
going to
knows
replace
why.
you, and you became upset. That's what
Aye,
happened, right?
no wonder.
I thought I was part of the family,
Daddy was
Thought I
going to order
mattered.
a hot chick android.
but I was just their toy. Something to throw away when you're done with. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
Refuse.
I don't think they'd listen to me. I'm your
Nice
last
ball.
chance, Daniel. If you let it slip, they'll kill you. Let the hostage go. You have no other choice. I want everyone to leave. And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Famous line, I want a car. Now, this is where Connor can get
What
killed
now, Daniel?
if you're going for the I'll be
Is this
back.
really what you want? You lied to me. You lied to me. It's up to
Convince
you how
him.
the story ends. Make the right choice, Daniel.
Make the right choice. And now there's 1 of 8 deaths. Or out of a possible 10, you need to get 8. And Connor snuffs it.
I didn't want this. No. You left me no choice. No choice.
Oh, that's horrible. Mission failed. But at least that's 1 of 8 if you're going for the I'll be back trophy. If you pop along here and let me have a look at this. If you go to that one that Connor failed to reach the deviants, Connor runs after the 2 of them, fails to get to them in time, and the android Daniel and the little girl, you see them falling the length of the building. It's really gross. But that's how I went through the first level of the hostage in Detroit. Become human. Okay, so I hope this helped you anyway. And I'll just give you a very slow run through of all the possibilities that you need to do to get the 100%. Now, there is something that took me ages, and it was down to a guy called Blaze. He's got a 5-minute video up exactly how to fail to build trust for me to get the 100%, so hats off to that guy. I just got there a little while ago. Fail to build trust, deviant jumps with hostage. And so there you go. There's your 6 options. Okay, so hope that helps. Okay, take care, see you next time.